The Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone has its first supervillain. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the National File, exclusive drug-dealing costume supervillain emerges in CHAZ, threatens women. Famous ex-vigilante Phoenix Jones has turned to evil and is confronting the Seattle superheroes handling law enforcement in the CHAZ. The CHAZ being, of course, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. CHAZ is short. Now, when I first saw this story, I could hardly believe it, but apparently the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone is currently undergoing its superhero arc with real-life vigilantes and now the birth of a real-life supervillain. It is real, my friends. But before we look into this breaking story, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications for new content. If you're having trouble receiving notifications for new uploads, for now I recommend adding my channel page to your bookmarks and consider dropping by my merch store. 2 beautiful designs are available. Get your very own t-shirts today. And we're back. So, CHAZ has its first supervillain named Phoenix Jones. Now, the most interesting part about this is that he was a former vigilante, a former hero. The story begins, a former vigilante named Phoenix Jones appears to have re-emerged in Seattle's lawless Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone as a supervillain. Phoenix Jones was previously a member of Seattle Superheroes, a league of costume social justice vigilantes, who appear to have taken over law enforcement within the zone, following the abolition of police there. However, he has since left the group and allegedly embraced a new identity as a rampantly misogynistic drug lord. Oh my gosh, this is just so interesting. So I tracked down the video of the superhero gang, and we're going to take a look at that footage right now.
Yeah, I know. He's come out of retirement after he just got jailed for dealing drugs. What? Yes. That's really whack. Yeah, dude's out here for the fucking camera cred, you know what I'm saying? But we've had numerous reports from women who are here that tell us that he victimized.
So here you can see Seattle superheroes condemning Phoenix Jones in the CHAZ. They appear to be a real group of vigilantes that patrol the streets, acting like some sort of substitute police. It's kind of like that movie Kick-Ass, where normal people basically LARP as superheroes. But this leads to the creation of supervillains too. It's kind of cool, dudes. So, here's the story, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of background on the superhero vigilante gang. A team of vigilantes who identify both as Seattle superheroes and as non-binary have emerged in the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. Of course, Seattle is where the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone is located. It is 6 square blocks of a city that left-wing activists took over, including groups like BLM and Antifa. So they're governed by nothing but a bizarre Conflict Reduction Advisory Council and a rogue warlord. The CHAZ has quickly descended into chaos. At night, the zone is plagued by addiction, crime, and violence. So here's the thing. The media has not been reporting the real story of what's been happening in CHAZ. The NOQ report summarized reporting by conservative journalist Jack Fosbeck on the rapidly deteriorating situation in CHAZ. Now, quote, according to the mainstream media, the CHAZ is more like a version of Coachella, with live music and street art and a truly festive atmosphere. As Fosbeck reported, this is mostly true during the day, when the mainstream media's cameras are rolling. At night, it's a completely different story. They say that horrible situations were revealed throughout the journalist's final night in Seattle. A break-in, an attempted arson of a local business, an accused thief attacked and searched before being further assaulted, rampant use of illicit substances, unspeakable sanitation issues, medics who shield assaults rather than treat the assaultant. These were just some of the things that their investigation revealed. So the zone has been lawless chaos, and I've reported this myself about their insane advisory council and the rogue warlord. It truly is a nightmare. So this superhero gang is what came, and I found out their names. So 3 individuals in brightly colored costumes emerged on Sunday night, identifying as the Seattle superheroes. The vigilantes introduced themselves as the Red Ranger, the Spirit Fox, and Justin Service. One of them fell to the dark side, and now is a supervillain, Phoenix Jones. So let's read this story, folks. Phoenix Jones was previously a member of the Seattle Superheroes, a league of costume social justice vigilantes. Investigative journalist Jack Posobiec, who has been reporting from within the CHAZ, provided an exclusive statement to the National File after talking to the Seattle Superheroes on Sunday. They said one of the former members, named Phoenix Jones, is now evil and threatening women, based and red-pilled, and that he wears black and gold armor. Posobiec said, "I saw a guy dressed like that earlier Sunday night during the auto shop mob." So, Cairo 7 News reported that on Sunday night, a suspect wielding a box cutter, attempting to use hand sanitizers to set the Cartender Auto Shop, which is located just outside of CHAZ, on fire. The suspect went on to steal cash and car keys from the premises, before being detained by the shop owner. So yeah, CHAZ has been running out of resources as it is a lawless socialist wasteland, run by groups like BLM and Antifa, and they basically ran out of food because homeless people came into the area and ate all their food. It's a perfect example of why anarchy and communism don't work. But they've been trying to expand their borders and trying to capture and steal from people outside of CHAZ. So the police department subsequently ignored 911 calls by the shop owner to collect a suspect. Ultimately, an armed mob of rioters, which Posobiec alleges included Phoenix Jones, stormed out of the auto shop and freed the arsonist. Wow, so he's become a real-life supervillain, defending other criminals and his lackeys. Oh, dude, real life has become a comic book.
I believe comics are our last link to an ancient way of passing on history. The Egyptians drew on walls. Countries all over the world still pass on knowledge through pictorial forms.
So, one of the things that Red Ranger told the crowd about Phoenix Jones was, quote, "Dude's out there for effing camera cred, you know what I'm saying?" Seattle Superheroes leader Red Ranger told the crowd when asked about Phoenix Jones. "Some women who are here tell us that he victimized them in the past. We are all disappointed because he was like the face of us somehow." Red Ranger's sidekick Spirit Fox added, "Now we're trying to make everyone see that we're not about him." Red Ranger then implied that Phoenix Jones was out to commit violence and issued him a warning. "If he hurts and kills people, we'll have to deal with that," Red Ranger continued. Now, what exactly are these vigilantes pretending to do? See, this is the problem with pretending to be a superhero. Stuff gets real. Real-life supervillains are born. And then you find out that not everyone is the hero you thought they were. And perhaps neither are you. If you were to take care of Phoenix Jones, wouldn't you fall to the darkness? Wouldn't you become another villain? But maybe that's what the madman Phoenix Jones wants. Maybe he wants them to fall to the dark side. Maybe there are no heroes, only people in this crazy world of ours. So according to mynorthwest.com, the MMA-trained Jones retired as a vigilante last year, but he decided to make his return following the formation of the CHAZ in downtown Seattle. Quote, "I'm out of retirement," James wrote on social media. "Streets need me. Seattle, hold it together. I'm on my way." He went on to express support for the CHAZ. Quote, "The CHAZ Army is a group exercising their right to free speech. Committing crimes is not free speech. And to open carry firearms," he added. "I'm only going to stop crimes that put people in danger, medical calls, and theft of personal property." Based on his comments, Jones appears to suggest he's still a superhero. Oh boy, what a twist. However, the Seattle Times reported in January that following his retirement as a superhero, Phoenix Jones, whose real name is Ben Fodder, has become a notorious drug dealer. Oh my gosh. And you call yourself an inspiration to the children? How dare you teach them capitalism? So on Monday, Fodder was charged with 2 counts of violation of the Uniform Controlled Substances Act, VUCSA. The first charge is allegedly selling MDMA, a street drug known as ecstasy or Molly, to an undercover agent in November, delivering the drugs in a paper bag to a downtown Starbucks. The second charge alleges he showed up at a Seattle hotel with Brendanson in January with cocaine they thought they were selling to a group of women. So agents seized 4 grams of the cocaine packaged from street sales along with a scale and empty bundles, which suggested cocaine residue in a tackle box fodder was carrying, the charges say. Many of Jones' former fans were deeply disappointed at the time. Quote, "You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain," said YouTube commentator Bam-A-Lam. Sequel win! Oh my gosh. So there you have it, folks. The CHAZ, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, has had its very own supervillain arc. And I find it absolutely hilarious. You know, it's one thing to say that we're living in clown world, but it's another thing to see a story like this. I find it so refreshing and so interesting. And where else are you going to get this kind of news? Here with Mr. Obvious. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? I find it absolutely hilarious and so interesting. The CHAZ, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, is like a real-life psychological experiment. One that the ethics board would never approve. Bastards, let me run my experiments! And we're gonna see in real life if communism and socialism really do work, if the anarchists really can run their own society, and if left-wing ideology is truly in the right. But I have a feeling it's all gonna come crashing down. But you let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Now, as always, if you want to support the work I do, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. If you want to donate, there's Donor Box and Bitcoin. And if that's not your style, have you ever wanted to go on a crusade? Well, now you can, with a Deus Vult Knight Classic t-shirt. An impeccable knight stands upon the battlefield. And if you would like something smaller but still cool, maybe get yourself the Deus Vult sword sticker. Available in glossy, matte, and transparent. Link down below in the description. And lastly, if you enjoyed this video, please consider sharing it with others. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, bringing you the real news and spreading those red pills. I'll see you all next time.